4 steps to set a fundraising plan. The social civil organizations have a very important role in any society. For an organization to achieve its goal, the fundraising is a mandatory activity. Do you know how to turn a fundraising plan effective? Before thinking in raising funds, you must be aware of needs and priorities. As to it is mandatory that the strategic plan be updated. In this video, the fundraising plan will be split in 4 steps, and it is important to understand this process as a cycle. It is something you must keep in mind whenever a new fund is raised. The 4 steps are diagnosis, support, strategy, negotiation. Caution: these steps shall be followed in this sequence. Let's understand each step better. First step, diagnosis. The diagnosis is a data survey on the fundraising background in the institution. This is the moment to review outcomes. This will be the base to think the best strategies over and to trace goals. In this step, a kind of photograph on the history of the fundraising is made. The diagnosis brings up relevant records about its past and about the current moment of the fundraising, which will be the base for the next steps. It is time to 1. Analyze on how the raise plan has been done by the institution and from what sources: company, government, individuals, foundations, among others, and different techniques, events, marketing related to the cause, crowdfunding, among others. 2. Track and analyze the partners and donors' backgrounds to build up a good strategy on engagement. 3. Raise the history of the organization to validate mission and values. 4. Interview people linked to the institution to see on how such institution is praised by the community. By being a photograph of the fundraising, the diagnosis brings important information about the past and about the current moment of the institution. Then, have it all documented. Once the diagnosis is done, it is time to think about the second step, support. At this point, the projects, the activities and the budget established for the strategic plan of the organization will be validated to prove which resources the organization already holds and what resources will be raised. Here, you must and should use all information gathered in the step of the diagnosis and strategic plan to build support material for the fundraising, such as case statement, strategic letters, prospect case and interaction policies with partners. What is case statement? Case statement is the meaning for a cause or clear fact on why people should get involved or support one's cause. Harold J. Seymour. Note: this is the moment to collect material to present your organization to the world. You can download all these models of documentation here on our site www.captamos.org.br. Bear in mind that the case support must be revised constantly and adequate changes made. Now let's go to the third step, strategy. If all the project details are clear and had been documented, the next step then is to elaborate the fundraising strategy. It is time to plan what resources to call. So, to trace the best strategy to every project appraised. Having the strategy set, you can make the annual planning for the institution fundraising. The annual fundraising plan must carry detailed procedures applied to every of the strategy set. Note: at this point, the engagement of the rest of your team is advisable to build the schedule plan together as a teamwork. It is from this point on, through the right source and technique for each project, is that the action plans and strategies will be traced. Now let's see the last step, negotiation. It is at this stage that you convince your potential donors to collaborate for a cause, showing them all that has been raised in the previous steps. It is time to study the potential partners and to set up a plan to approach every source chosen and to get started on the meetings. A deal starts prior to the first contact made and goes much beyond the presentation itself. It is the chance you have to sell the planned project and to start and bond a good relationship with the donors. Observation: this is your chance. Make it clear what you really need. These are the basic principles for the 4 steps to frame a good fundraising plan. Now you must put your skills to work. Remember, you can consult our material and tips in our sites www.captamos.org.br or www.4steps.com.br.